They say that everybody wants to do what they're not able to do, right? Comedians want to be singers, actors want to be comedians, and so forth. If I could play the guitar like this gentleman, when I hear him at times, I think I'd give up almost everything else. You ever had that secret desire? He is some guitar player. This is his latest RCA Victor album called Chet Atkins, Alone. Would you welcome, please, Chet Atkins. You make that look so easy that it's disgusting.
It's kind of hard tonight.
Why? Why is it hard?
I always pick out the hardest tune to play. I don't know why.
With all the changes and so forth?
I had something real easy picked out to play, and they said, no, we want something brighter.
But you make that sound so easy. That's the terrible thing. It's so nice to hear a guitar played occasionally without all the amplifiers and the 6, 8-foot-high feathers. I have a young son who plays Corey, and he's pretty good. But when he turns those amps on, every washer dryer in the neighborhood goes out. Refrigerators defrost. It is overpowering.
You know, I've been playing 30 or 40 years, Johnny, and every time I go on a new show, my voice goes up about an octave. I get just a little shaky, and it's hard to play anything with a little technique to it. And I can't smile when I'm on.
I've noticed that. You don't exactly beam at the audience, do you?
And you know, Lawrence Welk is real big back home.
Yeah.
And
they always smile,
everybody
don't they?
smiles, even the trombone players smile.
I think that's the way they audition. You must be able to blow and smile at the same time. It ain't easy.
I've noticed your band over here, and they're great and all that, but they wouldn't make it on the Welk show because
no, they don't.
The horn players can't smile when they play.
Yeah. Does it bother you if you have to think of smiling and?
Yeah, I can't.
The way you appear before an audience, did it distract you from what you're doing?
I started in the business on hillbilly shows. That's a dirty word, you know, down south. And it'd say, go out and sell it, boy. You know, smile at the people.
No way, huh?
I can't concentrate and play. You know?
How about singing?
Well, I knew it was hot today when the guy called me about the show, and he said, what are you going to sing? And, you know, when you're hot, you're hot.
Right, and forgetting that you don't. Don't you ever?
When you're not, you can't give it away.
Haven't you ever sung with yourself?
I used to.
Sung with yourself? What a dumb thing. Of course, if you sang alone, you'd be singing with yourself, wouldn't you?
I used to sing, Johnny, but I think I got about one fan letter. I tried to sing proper, you know, with a vibrato and all that, with a pretty sound, and
didn't.
That didn't make it.
Didn't hack it.
So I'm picking guitar, you know, and making myself happy anyway.
Yeah. I found out something else about you. I didn't know that you are a ham radio operator.
Yeah, I got too many hobbies, you know.
Yeah.
I fool around with photography and ham radio and and the guitar, of course, and golf.
That's right. You had a pro celebrity tournament.
We got a tournament in Nashville. I've got my own tournament. Everybody's got their own tournament.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of stars from out here come in to do it. Perry Como came in this year to do mine in Knoxville. That's where I'm from, you know, back in the hills there.
Yeah. Is that where you have your ham radio station at your hometown?
I have it at home in the kitchen.
Yeah.
They're small, you know. Now with.
But you can talk all over the world, can't you? You fellows.
All over the world, right? I've talked to people in Russia and.
In Russia?
On code. Yeah, on CW. And Japan, South America. I don't do it much anymore. You know, you get into it. And I almost talked to Barry Goldwater once, but
I know he's a big ham radio operator.
They were stacked up waiting to talk to him.
And you didn't cut in?
And I was too shy to butt in.
Yeah, he's got all kinds of equipment. I guess he's quite a rig, hasn't he?
You know, he did a lot of good things back when the boys were in Vietnam. He had phone patches. Right. For mothers to talk to their sons in Vietnam. It was a great thing. You
mentioned being a guitar picker, which I guess goes back to the country, as you say, hillbilly stuff. But yet I saw you, I think it was on Channel 13 in New York, you did a thing, as Doc did, with Arthur Fiedler and the Boston Pops Orchestra. I saw that concert, and
I did a show with him.
You looked like you were really having fun doing that.
Yeah, I did a show with him last night in San Diego.
Right.
And, yeah, I enjoy that. I tell you, I don't get on many primetime shows. I'm work a few talk shows and the educational television. You know.
This does actually go out on the air, Chet. I don't know whether you know this.
You know, in primetime shows, they cut you down and do this and do that, and you're so confined that I don't really enjoy it. And the last time I was out here doing a show, I fell and busted my knee. And I was on crutches there a long time. And they had a riser, and they had glass in the top of some of them, and some of them didn't have glass. So I stepped on one
that did not have
no glass, and I fell about 6 feet, and I was Perry Como for a while.
Well, you don't have to worry about it in this show because we have no sets or props whatsoever. If you fall off a stool, that's about as much you can get hurt here.
You get, I found that you get about 3 months sympathy out of a busted knee.
Yeah, and you get pretty sick of saying, how did that happen?
Now, a heart attack, you get probably a year of sympathy. A friend of mine had a heart attack.
Yeah. You know. Can you do something here at the piano? I'd like to watch you play this thing. Because as I say, I took lessons once that I gave up because...
I'll have to tune a little.
That's got it.
I'm sure you love to hear me tune.
By the time I got my guitar tuned, now my son can do his, right, he's got the ear for it, and he just goes thump, 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 and got it. I would sit there for an hour trying to get this thing in tune.
While I'm tuning, there's a tune that Phyllis should do that's real hot down in Nashville.
Yeah?
It's called Don't Come Home Drinking with Lovin' on Your Mind.
Don't come home drinking with lovin' on your mind.
That's one of Loretta Lynn's big hits, really.
Yeah?
Can you do it?
No, I don't sing.
Oh.
I'll play you a tune written for the Outer Banks in North Carolina called Odd Folks.
Odd Folks? Okay.
Of Ocracoke.
Odd Folks of Ocracoke.
Right.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. That's nice. I never got that sound out of a guitar. Yours is soft, and it's gentle, and it's sweet. Mine just snarled.
Well, you gotta take advantage of whatever touch you have. You know, that's my touch, and some guys play real loud and raucous, and that's their thing. And so you take advantage of whatever natural sound you have.
Talent you have. That's great. We'll be back in a second, right after we take this brief pause.